Express yourself directly. 1. Written by Liskoria editorial staff and Dwayne Voorhees. Issue 1. Does your car mean more than just a driving machine? An automobile is a means of transportation, of course, but it is so much more than that. It is an expression of personality. Do you drive a cute, efficient little compact, an SUV, a stretch limo? What does that say about you? It is also a status symbol. Only people who are well off can drive an expensive new car and get a new one every year. Pictures talk. 1. Question number 1. What is your favorite car? Why? Question number 2. Are you willing to buy an imported car if it is affordable? What do you think about buying a used car? 2. Question number 1. Have you ever been in a traffic accident? Describe what happened. Question number 2. It has become common practice for drivers to be hospitalized when they are involved in any accident, even if they are not hurt. What do you think about patients who go to the hospital even though they are not seriously injured? 3. Question number 1. When you are stuck in a traffic jam, do you get nervous? What do you do in such a case? Question number 2. How can traffic jams be avoided? 4. Question number 1. Why is speeding dangerous? Question number 2. On an expressway, how fast do you usually drive? What is the fastest you've ever driven?
5. Question number 1. Everybody knows driving drunk is dangerous, but many still do it. Can you explain why? Question number 2. What do you think is the proper punishment for DWI, driving while intoxicated? 6. Question number 1. Do you think gas prices are too high? How can people save gas? Question number 2. Have you ever considered using a motorcycle or bicycle instead of a car to save money? 7. Question number 1. Name some common distractions for ordinary drivers. How dangerous are they? Question number 2. Some drivers and passengers throw cigarette butts and empty soda cans on the road. What do you think about their behavior? 8. Question number 1. Motorcyclists are not allowed on the expressways. Is that necessary or fair? What do you think? Question number 2. If they were permitted, what do you think would happen?
Express yourself directly. 1. Name some common traffic rules average drivers often break. For violators, do you think the punishment fits the wrongdoing? 2. How many cars does your family need? Who decides which vehicle to buy? 3. Who do you think drives better, men or women? 4. Talk about your priorities when buying a car. 5. Traffic fatalities are on the rise. Is your life insured? Why or why not? 6. Would you be willing to give up your car if mass transit were convenient enough? 7. Do you think a car represents the owner's social and financial status? Why or why not? 8. Talk about the ways you think cars will develop in the future. Let's talk funny.
What's in a name? I love my sports car.
Why?
Because in my profession, a sports car means speed and power.
That's interesting. In my profession, sports car means speed, power, or tragic suicide.
Questions. 1. How do the two people view sports cars differently? 2. Can you think of any examples of people seeing some object very differently, depending on their situation? For example, a wedding ring from perspectives of a jeweler and a bride.
What does it mean?
These expressions are related to the topics in this chapter. It will be good speaking practice to let students explain what these sentences mean in their own words in English.
1. Many people have trouble with their new car. The engine won't start, but the payments won't stop. 2. Nothing depreciates a car faster than having a neighbor buy a newer one. 3. The best car safety device is a rearview mirror with a cop in it. 4. Anyone driving slower than you is an idiot, and anyone going faster than you is a maniac. 5. Teenagers think they know all about driving a car once they learn where the horn is located.
6. It's better to crash into a nap than nap into a crash. 7. The biggest need in auto society is the recall of a few million defective drivers. 8. It takes 8,460 bolts to assemble an automobile, and just one nut to scatter it all over the road. 9. By the time a man can afford to buy one of those little sports cars, he's too fat to get into it. 10. If GM had kept up with technology like the computer industry has, we would all be driving $25 cars that get 1,000 mpg.
Synopsis. These are the pictures you've seen in this chapter. It will be good speaking practice for you to talk about these pictures once again. Your teacher will ask you, what are they doing? Or, what does this picture mean? Or, some other question. You can give a straight answer, or you can use your imagination. The purpose is to allow free conversation. There is no right answer.
Think of these cartoons as scenes in a movie. The dialogue has been scripted. Now we need actors to play the parts.
1.
This one's so cute, honey. And it's only a few thousand more.
I think this cheap one's even cuter. 2.
You rear-ended me. It's all your fault.
I wouldn't have rear-ended you if you hadn't backed into me at full speed. 3.
Traffic is terrible. We are hardly moving at all.
This is nothing. On holidays, this road becomes the world's longest parking lot. 4.
Don't drive so fast. It's dangerous. And I just lost my hat.
Don't worry. Everything is under control. I stopped wearing hats years ago. 5.
I won't let you drive in your condition. It's not safe.
Get out of the way. You know I'm too drunk to walk. 6. Gas prices are getting higher all the time. What am I going to do?
I'm glad I drive a motorcycle. It's much cheaper than a car.
Ah, but bikes are free. Maybe we should go back to horses and rickshaws. 7.
I'm glad my mom's talking on her phone. She won't see me go into the street after my ball.
I will call you back after I run over somebody's grandmother who's in my way. 8. Did you see that no motorcycle sign?
What sign? You must have misread it.
I guess so. Not allowing our bike on the expressway makes no sense at all. 9. My new water-powered car is a great idea, especially since no one drinks tap water anymore.
A solar-powered car is wonderful, except at night.
My air-powered car solves all the problems, but I need a pump that uses gas or solar power. 10.
The view along this road is magnificent, and these hairpin curves are exciting.
I think another fool is coming to populate my cemetery. 11.
I know it's expensive to fix the starter, but my legs are killing me.
Can you push a little faster, dear? I'm late to work. 12.
How do you like my new car? I got a great deal on it.
Why do I bother washing my old car? No matter how hard I work, it still looks old. 13. Uh-oh, I left my money at home. I hope this police officer accepts credit cards. 14. I know that the speed limit is always based on a good reason, so I always obey it.
I never pay attention to speed limits. They're just somebody's imaginary numbers.
I think the speed limit is too high. This road is still dangerous. 15.
Crossing the street is dangerous enough, but do we also have to be subjected to noise pollution?
There is nothing difficult about driving a car. You just need one hand on the horn and one foot on the accelerator. 16.
Times have changed. Nowadays, rush hour means siesta time.
17. Don't look now, but I think God is getting ready to recall us. 18.
Studies have shown that the most dangerous part is the nut behind the wheel.
19. Now I understand why a sedan is also a rich man's status symbol. 20. I just hope my car's computer doesn't crash.